Hello everyone, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Also, hello Director Amelia, and hey Oxel, how's it going? I hope you're both having really nice days, both of you. It's been a couple of weeks since I last streamed Stoneblock 3. I know this stream says that I'm streaming with lag. He's not here at the moment, but it's Lag Monster. He's always late, and I'm sure he'll turn up at some point, possibly. He's very unreliable, but that's why I love him. You know? So, okay. So I have this gun. Look at this gun. It's not actually a gun. It's a mining tool. Here, let me show you what it does. So we used to have to like dig with the pickaxe, doing all that nonsense. We don't have to do that now. We have this. We can just do this, which is a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun. I also have another chance cube that I need to put away. So in the last stream we were out here in this little bit. Some of you may recognize it. Well, we probably don't actually. I've cut huge chunks in it. Those little glowing things, they're lights. So in here's lit up. That's what those are. Here we have a lava chicken. We'll come back to this whole thing. But yeah, me and Lag started this a couple of weeks ago. We were over here. We were trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And since then, we've been doing a bunch of stuff. So like through here. Wait a minute, is the box the computer? Is the box a computer with more computer? No one will ever know. There is now more computer along with box. Let me just put this away. So, okay, all right. So this is our storage system. It's a temporary thing, but it is organized. And it auto-organizes, everything goes back away in its proper place. I can either put stuff in here, or I can put stuff in here. This is a refined storage crafting grid. This is connected to a computer back here. Let's just go back here into the guts. So we have like all these hard drives, and all of our blocks are currently just stored on this one. I may have gone a little bit overkill with the storage for what I initially needed. All of these are also connected. These are the back of those drawers. And over here, there we go. This is the controller that controls all of these drawers, and there is an external storage bus connected to it that is going to this system, so it all gets hooked up. I haven't played Skyblock in such a long time. This is like Skyblock. It's like Sky Factory, but it's Stoneblock. So you would just start off in this tiny little cave, and the entire world like is just stone. And then the nether and the end are like, you have to like dig to there, which has been an experience. So one of the things that I've been doing is I've been reacquainting myself with this mod. Some of you will know this mod. It's been around for a long time. It's been around for like a decade, over a decade. This is Computercraft, and I have been relearning. Let me terminate the program a second. Let me show you the startup code. So this is what I've been doing. All of this. So I won't start going into detail on all of the bits on this, but basically, what that is doing, let's just reboot the system, is it's rendering these buttons on the screen, and these are touchscreen buttons. And then when I push one of these, so if I push that, Mob Grinder is now on, and that is going through to a small little server room that I have in here. So it's communicating with one of these. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. It's that one there. Look. Then it's lighting up the redstone on this machine, which is going to this redstone transmitter, which then turns on a mob farm that is through here. So through, you see this one? This one's probably the safest one to go into. So there you see we've got like a bunch of mob mashers. And then back here there are some fans that are blowing them off of the platform. They're permanently on. And then this one here is the signal's getting reversed, and it's lighting up well, you can't actually see because I have it covered, but it's lighting up some redstone lamps back there to stop the mobs from spawning when, yeah, when I don't want them to spawn. So that's what that one does. Yes, yes, it does, and it works with Create. It's got it's called 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗚, by CCC Bridge, 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗚 Create Bridge. These ones I've not set up yet. I've not done chickens. I've not done Crusher, and I've not done the bulk blaster yet. I will show you those in a moment, but those buttons don't do anything. But the ore processor does. So if I turn that on there, and we go through this door. So this was my first sort of sample hallway of me like playing around. Oh yeah, it's essentially just coding Oxley, so it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to learn coding. So yeah, the ore processing, when that gets turned on, it turns on this machine, and it basically just starts washing sand, gravel, and dust to give us ores. So they're all basically, so these are auto hammers. So this one's making dust. That's a cobble gen, and then that's making the sand, and then this one only requires one hammer to turn the cobble into gravel. And then, yeah, once the machine's on, it goes there, and then there is pipes running underneath the floor. So every time an ore gets washed, can I? I want to stand there. There we go. I should say, I said ores. Every time a block gets washed, there we go. It turns into these ores, and then they go down here. They then fall into this chute, which is getting taken across. That's a little botany room. I'll show you that in a moment. Coming through to this workshop, and underneath this floor, there is basically like a little system that's like, can this be smelted? And if yes, it goes that direction, and if no, it goes this direction. This one just goes straight to the ME system, the storage system. This one, it sends over to... there we go. Sends over to this one here. Look, so you can see this is going up because the ore processor's on. And then we flip this switch, and then, yeah, it will just smelt it as it moves along. And then once that's done, it goes into this chute, and then that then returns it to the main system. But, yeah, goddamn sticks. That's one of the worst things in this mod pack. It's just every now and then it just gives you a random stick. So I've calculated this. I know this one seems like it's going a little bit slow. I didn't want to have each belt running at different speed. I could put a variable bit on it. Now I know how to do that. But it's set up so that the washing line, like the washing conveyor belt, once it gets to here, it will convert. So I had to like figure out the speed and the length, and then this one here's the haunt one, the green belt. The blue one is to wash, and then we have two smelt lines because we smelt way more than we wash or haunt things. All right, let's just turn that off. So at some point I need to hook this up so that rather than being controlled by the lever, it will get controlled by the system that's through here. So that when we push bulk blast, it then powers it. But I don't have a computer set up to pick up that code yet. That's getting transmitted. That's getting transmitted wirelessly as well, by the way, through this wireless modem. So I can move this, all this computer system, because I have been working on this, which will be sort of the, I guess, the main bit of the base. There's going to be some lifts here. These sections, so the two that have these blocks in front of, they're going to be like service bits to run pipes and wires and stuff. But if I just go right to the bottom, that's the floor I'm currently working on. Ah, there we go. Alright, so I have to fix this issue at some point. But if I go through this wall, and then let's just toggle that. There we go. There we go. That's what it should look like. but for some reason it's not refreshing, so I need to put like a refresher on there at some point, so it does that. So this side's for create energy, that side is for forge energy, and then we have these rooms here. The ceiling will sit about there, I think, if I remember correctly, but at the moment it's just a big pit, so I'm still working on all of this. Just fill that bit back in. That is the wrong block. Yeah, that one. There we go. So I'm essentially doing like different colors for different floors, so that this one's red for the power systems, like all of the generators and everything. And then this floor here, which it doesn't look, I have not finished this room yet, but I've done these tunnels. This one's the same, see? Because they're all the same code. Okay, let's have a look. I'll show you the code on this one. Let's just do edit, startup. There we go. So that's the code bit for it, and I need to set like a refresher on, so it refreshes like every maybe like 5 minutes or so. For now, actually, for now we'll crash the entire game. That's what we'll do. Ah, there we go. So let's just reboot it. There we go. There we are. So this side's going to be for storage. So all of that like computer storage system and all those storage drawers, they're all going to get moved down to 2 rooms either side of here. But at the moment, it's just a pit this side. So it's sort of like I've not done any of the floors for all of that. And then the other side on that floor that we've just left will be for machinery, I think. We'll probably put machinery on there. And then this floor here, we'll probably put the engineer's workshop, which is where we currently have all the bolt haunt and washing systems and everything. So that's the sort of current project that I'm working on. Chickens. This mod pack has chickens on it. And they're OP. I'm not even gonna. There's no 2 ways about it. If you play this mod pack, get chickens immediately. It's sort of like if I was making this mod pack, I wouldn't have put them on. But I'm more than happy to abuse it, you know. So this is a netherite chicken. And that's producing netherite nuggets. 9 netherite nuggets makes a netherite ingot. As you can see, it produces them very rapidly. So we have a lot. We have a lot of netherite. Also, a lot of obsidian. And a lot of blaze rods. This one here is producing cobalt, which is one of the mod ones. This one's a water chicken? Yes, a water chicken. And that produces water eggs, so each, like, every single one of those is a bucket of water. I don't know what I need it for. Honestly, it also sounds a bit stressful. I'm learning Python right now, and I find it stressful, but it might be fun. Yeah, it's fun to play around with. Oh, yeah, they're really OP. Like, look at all these gas tiers. I'll take these gas tiers out. Look at this. It's ridiculous. And in here you'll see, like, so this has only got 4. I can put 16 in, and it makes this go faster. So I think which one has 16? I think this one has 16, right? Yeah. So let's take a couple of these out. There we go. So you can see that how fast this goes. And every time it does it, it produces 16. And we can do that for almost anything in game. So we have, I think this is, yeah, it's glowstone dust. But I only have 4 of those in there at the moment. And same with the ghast. We only have 4 of those. Let's put those into my storage system. So I created this, it's called a wireless crafting grid. And it connects to my storage system wirelessly, so I can, like, access my storage no matter where I am. And I can craft in it down here as well, which is particularly handy, I must say. So yeah, if you ever play this, chickens. Just get chickens. They're really, really overpowered. So the whole ME system, the sort of refined storage system, that requires power, and at the moment I'm generating that in a really cheap, cheesy way. So we can make bonsai trees using these botany pots. So I just have spruce saplings, and that is producing a bunch of logs, which I'm then smelting inside these furnaces, or burning in these furnaces to produce power. And then that's the XP tap from the mob farm. This here is also like a drain to drain XP, but it's currently filled because me and Lag were standing on it talking. So we've drained it. We've filled up the drain, rather. This is for modifying my gun, which we're not going to get into right now because I'm going to show you the engineer's workshop. I have not done much of the work in here. I've been hooking up pipes and doing a lot of computer stuff. So a lot of the stuff in here has been done by Lag. He did say a bunch of these gears are purely aesthetical. They're just there to look pretty. That's all they're there for. But yeah, you've seen this. This is the bulk smelter, bulk washer, bulk haunter. Over here we have the mechanical crafter. This is actually how you craft the special chickens. You put an egg in here and then surround it by, for example, white dye, and that gets you a bone meal chicken. And then you breed a bone meal chicken with, let's say, a nether chicken, and that gets you, for example, like a gassed chicken. It's a toolbox, just a random toolbox. Just a toolbox, a lag special toolbox. This is the crusher. So this, you know, if you've played Create, you know what that is, right? It crushes ores and stuff down. That is also going to this chute, which goes down to where that checker is, the chest that checks whether things can be smelted or not. And then we have our own little storage drawer section for everything for Create in here. And this also does have its own storage, but that is currently not powered because if I come down here, there we go. I decided to make this iron furnace sort of energy making system. So what has Lag done here? That's not even produced. That one will be producing it. Why has he done this? Lag is a strange man. I have to fix this. That's why that ME system's not on. Okay. I need to go get a couple of shafts. Bear with me. He's made some alternators, but they don't work like the way he thinks they seem to work. Now, which one is it in? Is it that one? Yes, it's that one. I think I needed 2. I'll take 3 just in case. Let's get this ME system, this refined storage system. I keep calling it ME. I think, like, if I remember correctly, that was an old mod that essentially is like refined storage. There we go. Are we going to produce more power now? We should be producing power. Let me make sure these are... let's take that out for a second as well. Alright, well let's go check to see if that's actually come back online now. If not, I'll have to do something else. Right, let's put those away. No, we're not back online. He has broken the machine. It's okay. I know a thing we can do, but... Alright, so at the top I said about how I've got a lava chicken producing lava. And that's because I need to power these with lava because it eats through the wood crazily. So down here I have another little like bonsai tree section. That little mechanical crafter's just turning it into planks, which is then feeding it into here. So there's 20.9 thousand planks. They're powering the steam engine. So these deployers are like pushing it in. The reason that I'm converting it into planks is they both give 15 seconds of burn time. So I could put one log in and that would give 15 seconds of burn time. But I can turn it into planks, which is 4 times the amount, and they each give 15 seconds of burn time. So it's just a quick way of getting a little bit more energy. Now, in my bag, do I have them? I do. If I hook this up, we will start producing power, but this is going to start going down very quickly. As you can see, we're already... it's eating... It absolutely tears through the wood. We're producing too much power for this to keep up. So that's why I've been playing around with lava. Because lava, much better as a fuel source than planks. That's 5,000 wood gone already. I'll stop it when it gets to 10,000 wood till it's consumed. Just to get that ME system back online that lag has broken. There we go. Let's just remove that item. So these are item pipes, by the way. There we go. Let me go back up here. Okay, good. That's been able to catch up now. I think the problem was that wasn't able to keep up with the output. Let's put that back away in my bag. Are we back online now? We are! There we go. So we can also, when lag's not broken it, access just the create stuff through here. So all of this stuff is hooked up to this storage controller, and that storage controller has got an external bus which is connecting up to this so that we can access all of the stuff inside any of these and over here just from here. And that's the workshop. There is a bunch of other stuff in here. We've got some millstones. We have a mechanical saw that will strip wood and make planks and stuff. We have some sort of... I don't know what the back tank is. Then we've got some mixers and another deployer. And then we've got some pressers to press things into shapes and stuff like that for making stuff. And that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this room at the moment. We've not got that far into Create. There's a lot more with Create mod that I know you can do. And then back here, that's where the external storage bus is at the moment. It's a little bit messy. I need to put a cover on here. But this is the little botany room. Ignore this. Lag's bedroom's the other side of here. He broke a hole in the wall. And I just, you know, when this isn't permanent where we're staying, so it's fine. Just ignore the horrible cobblestone. It's everywhere. So yeah, these are all of the plants. These ones you can see here, these are growing because this isn't full. So the plants grow inside these pots, and then once they grow, they'll get sucked out through the hoppers and then go into this. And then they're all connected up to the main storage as well, so I can access... if I was to type in mystical, there we go. So we can access everything from inside our main storage. But there's a few bits that I think we have missing. So we have cactus, and we have bamboo, sugarcane, kelp. I'm not too sure how that kelp is waggling like that. Nether wart, spickles. I think that's... Is that hemp? Yes, that's hemp. And then we have wither roses being made as well. They grow much slower. And then all of the regular flowers that for dyes and stuff. Yes, I remember. There is some... I think they're actually up the stairs, which I can't get to at the moment because I had to pull out the stairs, because this has got Farmer's Delight on it, and I was like, I don't know how to get these Farmer's Delight stuff to actually plant, but it's because I need the seeds. I can't put like the shrub in there, it has to be the actual seed itself. So I have to grow some elsewhere and then get the seeds for them, and then I can do it. This one here, this is a special kelp. This pack really is made to have everything overflow. It is, however, a lot of the stuff, like let's, for example, the ultimate armor, that requires extreme crafting, and it requires a lot of crazy stuff, and you have to like eat through lots and lots of base materials to get up to that sort of stage. Like these infinity ingots take this to make. That requires these crystal matrix ingots. That's 2 nether stars and 2 diamond lattices. The diamond lattices are netherite scraps and diamonds to make. So it takes a while to get through all of this stuff. Yeah, it's very extreme. This is the Sword of the Cosmos, and to craft it, it takes this. It's very... yeah, very extreme. Infinity Catalyst, I'm not even sure how to get that. Oh, we have to combine all of this stuff. Record Fragment and Nether Star Singularity, which we have to put in a neutronium compressor. Train track Singularity. Can we just turn anything into Singularity? No, not anything. Although we can do polonium pellets. And XP jelly babies. So yeah, it's too much whisper. Well, the quest book holds your hand through it. So, you know, there's like I've not clicked on that one. There's like, it sort of guides you through bit by bit, so I'm nowhere near down this section yet. Like, any of this stuff is a long, long way away. And this watch of flowing time will speed up machines nearby you at the cost of EMC. So, yeah, there's... What have I got there? I just got an osmium paxel. But before I get into, like, any of that stuff, I have to really sort of have, like, a main base of operations, because this is a kitchen sink mod pack, so there's tons of stuff in it. And one of the problems with there being tons of stuff is it can get very disorganized very quickly. I have extremely short-term memory loss, and lag... well, lag is lag, you know? So this doesn't become a complete hellhole. I need to have something set up that can be automatically organized, which requires me programming stuff for computers and setting up stuff so that neither of us can break it. Squirrel. A squirrel? A squircle. You know, you can't draw a perfect squircle. So, I was saying about how that thing gets through, like, tons and tons of wood. I was like, oh, well, lava. So I have these lava chickens. Look, it's a thing. Don't query it, okay? So this lava chicken, he lays lava eggs. And I was like, oh, I'll test to see what the production is. So in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, he produced 33,600 buckets of lava, which is currently stored in this tank. Which, yeah, I mean, I think that'll do it. I just don't know yet what machines to pipe it to. I'm thinking, look, okay. There is a lot of different ways of getting power in this game. A lot. Including having reactor cores and stuff. But you know what? I'm a little bit hesitant to make a reactor core because, well, they can go into meltdown. And as I previously just mentioned, I have short-term memory loss and lag. Well, he's lag. And I don't want to blow, just go big base go kaboom. I don't want big base go kaboom. So, probably won't do that. But there is a problem with that idea of not having that, and that's that this exists. Mech suits. And the mech suits require polonium. Polonium comes from a pressurized reaction chamber, and it uses it uses polonium, which is nuclear waste. So I don't want to make a nuclear reactor and a nuclear power station on here for fear of death, but I really want a mech suit, so I probably will. So what I'm going to do, I think, with that is I'm going to build it not at the base, build it further away from the base, down that tunnel or down that tunnel, or even maybe down there. And then there's these things called tesseracts that transmit stuff wirelessly. And I think I'm going to do that. At least that way, if I forget to turn it off, or if lag is just lag, and nuclear goes big bing bang baboom. I don't think that's the noise that nuclear meltdowns make, big big bang badoom. Sounds actually more like a New Orleans scat singer. But if it does, it won't blow up the base, it will just blow up a tunnel. And I don't care about a tunnel. Tunnels can go big... What is that? Tunnels can go big, big, bang, badoom. What? Hello, friend. Is that a beard? What are you? Drag me? Drag me? Drag me. Drag me. Small little moose man. That's what you are. I don't know what's going on here. I think this may have been somewhere... I don't... Lag's been doing stuff here. So, I was showing Lag this thing. This has its own settings when you upgrade it. So I could do a 1x1, but I can do these 3x3s as well. And I think Lag's been playing around with just removing huge areas, which, if we're making a power station, I am perfectly fine with. This mod keeps getting better and better. It's a lot of fun. This no soliciting things just stops. It just stops wandering traders from spawning. That's it. That's all that does. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the computers for the next floor in there. Now, I don't really know what they're going to be, but I think probably the engineer's workshop. So I need gold. Not gold nuggets. That's the wrong gold. And we need to do that. Make like an N shape. And then we need glass. I think that goes there. And then some redstone. There we go. So that gets us this advanced computer. Because I don't want to put this on the floor like I'm some sort of heathen, I'm going to come through here to do this. There we go. So this is computer craft. This is what it gives you when you very firstly open it. Essentially, this is what you get. Well, actually, I might want to rotate that. I think what I might do is put it there. I know that seems weird, but that's because technically we need to write it so that it outputs to a monitor, which means I actually need some monitors. I'll do. Whoops. That is not where I wanted that to go. How dare you? There we go. So that should be forward. Yes, it is. Alright. So, let's do edit, startup. This is where we have to actually do some real stuff. So, 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗚 uses a scripting language called Lua. Lua's like a bit, I don't know, I always kind of thought it was sort of like somewhere in between like ActionScript / JavaScript and Java. It's sort of in that realm. It's not really a code, it is more of a script. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of JavaScript and ActionScript. For anybody that remembers, actually, I don't know, it still exists in Adobe Animate. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to type in local monitor equals peripheral dot wrap, and then we want to tell that is at the back, because that's where we're outputting the monitor from, is from the back of the system. So that's just saying that the monitor, check for the back, like it's the peripheral for the monitor is at the back of the computer. And then the first thing we want to do whenever the system starts is clear the monitor to refresh it. So that's easy enough, because that's just monitor.clear, like that. And then what I want to do is make sure that the background is in black. So let's just do monitor.set background color. Color spelled the American way, I'm aware of that. That's just something we have to accept. Colors.black. There we go. So all that's doing at the moment is it's saying, hey, here's the monitor. It's at the back of the system. Clear the monitor. Make sure there's nothing written on there from last time. And then set the background to black. That's all that does. So now what we want to do is we want to... so this would be for floor 2. So we want to calculate the center. No, it won't, because this isn't like Minecraft related code. This is a genuine like coding language, Lua, and all coding languages use the American variant. It's the same with cascading style sheets like .css. Like if you want to change text color, it's always like all websites you look at in the background, it's all American English. It's not true English. So we want to calculate the position of the monitor. So what we want to do is we want to do local width by height. And then we want to do equals monitor dot get size, I think. I think that's right. So local width height is monitor get size, yes. Because what that's going to do is it's going to say, hey, the width and the height of the stuff that we're putting in here, get the monitor size, and that will define the width and the height. So the monitor size is 4:2, which will mean that the width is 4 and the height is 2. And then what we want to do is we want to center it. So we want to do local center X. And then this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, because we have to do some basically some math-based stuff. So we want to do math.floor, and then width divided by 2, and then minus, and then the string dot len, just string length, and then this is what we want to put in for the actual information. So this would be, let me see, floor 02. Let me just double check my spelling there. String length 402, yeah, and then divide by 2. There we go. And then for the centering along Y, then we just want to equal that. For this one, because you might see at the top of the screen, it's just the first line, so it's just center on 1. So local center Y equals 1. Like that. Okay, so all we're doing here, this bit, center X equals math.floor width divide by 2. So that's just taking the width from the monitor. So 4, dividing it by 2. So finding the halfway point, essentially. So then that makes 2. So it's 4 wide. We're dividing that by 2. So we're getting 2. And then we're getting the string length for floor 2. And we're minusing that from it. But we're dividing that by 2 first. So there's, you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. So it's minusing half of 8 characters, which is 4. So that way it will sit perfectly in the center of the screen. And now that bit's done, we can go down and we can actually start doing the writing the text and setting the cursor position and everything to actually start putting some text onto the screen. So monitor dot set cursor pause. And then that wants to be center X by center Y, like that. Monitor dot set cursor pause. Yeah, that should be right. And then monitor dot set text scale to 2. Okay, let me just explain this now. So this is basically saying, hey, for the text that's coming up, it's center X and center Y, because we've defined center X and center Y here, look. So center X is that math.floor bit that we did, and center Y is that bit there. So it's just putting that for those sections. And then monitor set scale, text scale is just changing the font size, essentially. So we're just saying it to 2 times what it normally would be. So now we want to do... we set the background. So on each floor I have this text sat in a box. So what we have to do on this section is do monitor dot set background color colors white. Oh, yes. Background colors white. And then we want to do monitor dot set text color to colors dot black, like that. And then this is the bit where we're going to actually write the stuff down. So we're going to do monitor dot write, like this, and then that there. Then we're going to put a space in, because so it isn't right up against the edge of the text. Putting floor 0, 0, 2 space, and then another quotation, and then close that. And then the last bit we want to do is we want to reset the monitor color to be back in black, so it doesn't affect the next bunch of stuff. So monitor dot set background color to color black. There we go. So let's just save that. So that's now saved as the startup. There's nothing else. It should just render a little text box that says floor 2. That should be all this does. Let's just exit this and reboot the system and hope we don't... Okay, we didn't get an error, so that's a good sign. Okay, so we do, but it's currently off the edge of the screen, like the others are, which is the problem that I keep having. Now it's in the center. Okay, Meow! Hey, Sir Silver, how's it going? So, that's all we've done. All that code that we just did, it's just to do this. Just this one. Just to make sure it's nicely, perfectly centered. That's it. Okay. Edit startup. Now, I think for the next floor, I don't think we need to actually write Lure in there. Okay, so that's the first part. That's the first part of this script. That's that bit. That's that bit done. We have to now do the other part of this script. So, what we need to do now is we need to calculate, do the same as what we did here, essentially. We want to calculate this again, but slightly different. So, we want to do... we don't need to recheck for width and height. We just need to do the center part for the next stage. So local center x equals math.floor width divided by 2, and then minus that by the string length, and then this string, for now I know that it's going to be like the create machines, so I'm just going to call it like I don't know, maybe like engineer's room, machine room. I already have one that's called machine. Okay, we'll figure this out. Oh, I'll call it workshop. Okay. Okay, and then we want to divide that by 2 as well. So it's pretty much exactly the same as what we did before. So we're just basically saying, hey, the center x is math.floor, so find the width of the screen, divide it by 2, so finding the halfway point of the screen, and then from that halfway point remove the string length, but half that string length. So it's exactly the same as what we did on the other part. So now that we've done that, we were going to do local center y. Now I did do so if I put it on 2, it'll be directly underneath, which I don't really want. I want there to be like a bit of a gap, so I've been saying to 3, so I'll put it on the 3rd line. So the first bit, the floor section, that's on line 1, and then there'll be a gap, and then on line 3 will be this. So that's all we need to do for that part, just to call that stuff up. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that the monitor is going to stay black. I technically shouldn't have to write this again, but sometimes it goes a little bit screwy, so just to make sure, we'll do monitor.set background color to colors.black, and then we will do let me see, it'll be set cursor position now, so monitor dot set cursor pause, and this will be center x by center y, like that. And now the first, or floor 0, where the energy stuff is, that's in red. Thematically, that's in red. The next floor is in blue, so I think this one should be in green. Now I don't know what the color codes all are, so we'll have to play, but I'm gonna guess it's lime. So we want to do monitor dot set text color to colors dot line. Oh, that seemed to like that. And then monitor dot right, and then this is where we're going to put in our bit. So we're going to just do what did we call this? Short-term memory loss strikes again. Workshop, that's what we called it. Also Minter. Monitor workshop, and then close that off, and that should be good now. Nope, I spelt another one as Minotaur as well. Okay, edit, startup. Question is, which one did I do it on? That one. Okay. Alright, no error. Okay, so we need to put in I think space on there because of the P. Edit, startup. Either that or my string length is wrong. No, that's not. We should be able to just do that, I think. There we go. So that's basically that's how those are all made. And at some point I will take it, because it saves the code in the computer. I can dig this up and move it after. But that's floor 2's one's done. So that will eventually go, I think, just straight on this floor here that we're at, actually. I think this is technically floor 2. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me just go down. This is floor 1, right? Yes, this is floor 1. So yeah, well, the one above this floor here. So we now know that the color scheme for this floor is going to be lime. I may change that actually and pull it into gold, so like a yellow, because that will kind of look nice, I think, with the create stuff. But I will ask. I'll ask Mike what color he wants these to be in at some point, because I have no idea. I have no idea what color to put this in. So I'll go on to Discord and I'll ask him there, and then I'll speak to Lag and find out what color he would think, and then we'll come to a unanimous decision on what color to set the create floor to. But it's a lot of coppery stuff, right? It's a lot of copper. I suppose we could do brown. That'd be awful, though. Why would we? No, we don't want to do brown. We don't want to do brown. Don't want to do brown. But I think that sort of coppery color, like this gold, yellowy sort of color, I think we could probably get away with that quite nicely. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll probably do that. I think yellow might be a good thing to pull it into. Or orange. And then where these currently are, these little terracotta, cyan terracotta brick things. So on the thing over here, we have elevator blocks, which you just press shift or hold space and it takes you up and down the floor. And as much as they're very quick, it's not as cool as having a create elevator, right? So we're gonna maybe put some create elevators in here with Lag at some point when he's actually online. Because, like I say, we have these. And they're quick. This is where Lag's doing some magic nonsense. So Lag's been doing a lot of like the magic-y sort of side of things. There's a... What's this? A mana spreader. Fair enough. Little floating flowers. I hate it. Should I be concerned? Should I be concerned that this room is a horrible box of... Oh my god, it's not even squared off. God damn it, Lag. And it's just random... This is why I don't come up here. I don't like it. I'm gonna go back down now. No, I didn't want that. Didn't want that at all. Okay, that's good. We are actually still producing the energy for through there. So I want to create so blaze cakes are technically the best thing to give these blazers that are currently in these cages. So I want to automate that in the new build as well, so that we can automatically make blaze cakes and then they'll get sent through to feed to the blazers, which I'm pretty sure we can do. Let's turn the mob grinder back on. There we go. We'll also turn that back on for now. So yeah, one of the things that I want to do is set up a variable on this, because I'm pretty sure I can run a check on each of these individually and then power these on and off. So like technically once it runs out of stuff, it will then wait however long it takes for that to go down and then turn off. So that it turns on automatically when stuff goes into that barrel and then turns off once this line is completed. That way we can like fully automate it without having to like turn things on and off. But I do really... Lag is Lag. He's very unreliable. Unreliable. He's a pain. I love him, but he's a pain. Yeah, once that goes through, I'll turn this back off. Come on, get on there. Come down here. Good boy. These tables are peculiar. I've been having a lot of fun with these tables. All of this, you see all this says chipped. So they're all added by chipped mod. And like say this grey concrete. I can put this grey concrete in, and look, we can just change the grey concrete. We can be like, oh, let's put some hazard stuff on it. And let's put this one and just get that there, and we put that down. Kaboom. Beautiful. I love it. I've been having to like try and figure this stuff out. I don't particularly like watching like videos on how to do things that much. And if somebody's like, hey, you should do it like this, my brain just goes, screw you. Screw you, no I won't. I like to try and like figure stuff out. Mostly because I think if you follow just tutorials, it's different for computer craft. If you're interested in doing computer craft, 100% watch some goddamn videos, because it's coding. I mean, it has a syntax, you know, it has its thing. Like, you have to do that. How long do you change the H to an E? Which H? Is there an H somewhere? But yes, for most things, like, I think it's better, like, I don't know if there is... Oh, the hazard... I could just make a big E. To be honest, I'm more likely to just write Oh, you know, I could make a little Enigma game for on this. Like, take my little 8-bit Enigma and have him running across the screen backwards and forwards. Yeah, this whole thing here, I don't know. I'm sure that there is other energy sources, but this is the way that this is extremely rapid. And I think all I'd need is about 4? Not even that many. Just 4. Just 4 roosts with 16 lava chickens in each. And that's going to produce... I mean, that one produced this in an hour, and this is 33,600 buckets. I don't know if I'm going to need that much more than that. And it's clean energy. There's no mess or anything like that. Ignore the death and distraction in the background. The mob grinder's on. So the only reason we're going to be making the nuclear reactor is just for this mech suit. That's all it's for. It's just going to be to get a mech suit, and then once I've got that, it'll get dismantled probably. Or decommissioned, not dismantled. I'll just remove everything from it, so it's just the machine. There's a lot of anger coming from this thing. Oh, well, that's a problem. Where am I getting... I wasn't getting any of this stuff before, but I'm now getting quivers full of arrows. Alright, well, that's easy enough to do. Let's take a quiver, take that, and take that, and that. Right, that's all them going now. Just create filters for them. We do not need quivers and any of that stuff. Don't need any of that. That should now disappear. Good. So should that. That one I've not done yet. You just basically want to avoid anything that isn't an actual mob drop. I don't need any of this stuff. Technically you can get gold nuggets out of it, but when you've got chickens that can produce gold, it's unnecessary. You just don't need that. Oh, no, don't want to get rid of them. Let's just organize that a second. Right, we want to sort leather. We did quivers, right? Yeah. We don't want shovels. We don't want leather boots. Let's move this stuff down. We don't want swords. Leather pants. Leather tunics. We don't want either. Golden helmets. Chainmail boots. We want golden boots. I think that'll be it. I don't even know what Traveler's got. I don't even think a mob drops these. I don't know how these have even got into the system. Alright. Remove that. Just remove all of the MBT data. I find it amusing that you can have it where it just removes things that are like damage, though. That's useful. Add a leather tunic. And add in a golden helmet. Chainmail boots. And golden boots. There we go. So, what have I missed? I've not done the shovels yet, and I've not done those. Those are just in there for me digging holes through it. I thought I'd added the chainmail, had I? Oh no, I hadn't. I've added every other part of chainmail, but not that one. A genius move. Okay, there we go. Those I'm not going to avoid because Lag likes these traveler sets, and he might want them. But there we go. Now everything that I don't want is being voided properly again. So anything, yeah. So basically, that's what this is like. It's like sucking items up. So anything that's on this list, it's like absorbing, and then it's going into this trash can and just deleting it. Yeah, I don't want any of that stuff. I don't need a broken sword. Who needs a broken sword? Let's put those away. So this is essentially like all of the items that we have. So like all of the blocks and things that we've gathered, because it's all stored inside this system. We have a fair amount of... We've got a lot of random stuff in there that could definitely be cleared out. But it doesn't hurt having it in there. We've got a lot of storage. And I'd rather just this bit be a mess and be able to search it than logging on and seeing what I saw the other day, which is just this workshop. This workshop made me nearly physically violent towards Lag. It was so disorganized in here. There was stuff everywhere. Chests all over the place. There was these cupboards that you have to open. These were filled with random stuff, just sort of like 2 bits like this, and then it was just awful. It really hurt me. It really hurt me. So I had to sit him down and have some words with him. And I said, hey, let's not do this. And he didn't get it, because he's Lag, and it took him a while. So what I did was, the thing that he really needed, I put inside one of the chests, and I wouldn't tell him which one, and told him to find it. And then he got the picture. He got the message. Then he was like, oh, no, I understand. Yeah, this is impossible to find. I was like, I know. So at least in here it can be searched. So if I'm like looking for, let's say, a sword, I can find any swords that have been put into the system. That's my refined obsidian sword. Alright, let's turn that mob grinder back up. These things annoy me. So he'll drop loot, but I have some problems with it, and they're very cool. Hey Calvin, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're having a nice day. They seem really cool. They drop loot. It's like a loot bee. But the issue with them is it kind of messes up your progression, because you're not sure like where you're at anymore. Right, egg I don't care about. So yeah. So here, look, we've got an osmium ingot. That's not so bad. You're going to drop something that's a lot worse than that. It has this tendency to drop really high-powered batteries. So like this one here stores 4 million forge energy. And these are really powerful, these batteries. And the ones he drops, they store like 2 billion forge energy in them. It's absolute madness. Because these things, I mean, if I open up my curios. So this one here, I've got one that holds 40 million forge energy. This uses energy. But if you look, when I actually use it, let's go through here a second. If I use this, it will automatically... See, it's just not, it's not going down. It's because it's draining it from the battery instead. So that's just restocking this because I'm wearing it. So if you've got like one that has 2 billion energy in it, you never need to top this up again. It's all good. It's way too powerful. I don't like those bees. They need to. I would have removed those. And personally, I'd have removed chickens because they're cool. It's really awesome breeding different types of chickens together and getting new types of chickens. I'm not gonna lie, that bit's a cool concept. But they don't need feeding. Now, if you had to like pump food into these, because if you're breeding them, so let's take a log and a coal. So we take those and pop those in here. That uses wheat seeds for them to breed. For them to produce eggs or the actual stuff, it should also use seeds. It's too powerful. At least then you have to go about your way to try and do stuff. Or even like having it where there was sort of like just a little bit more to it than just shove chicken in box. Chicken produce goodness. That's not a good way to teach kids to farm chickens. You can't just shove a chicken in a box and have it do stuff for you. You gotta look after it, feed it and stuff. Like, maybe put like a sickness in, like a oh god, I fell in a hole I accidentally made. Like a sickness where like maybe like a proc, so as a programmed random occurrence where they'll get ill and you have to like inject them to heal them, or you know. Just something as a barrier than just the copious amount of stuff that you get. Because I should not be able to power an entire base from from 16 lava chickens. I just shouldn't. It should be illegal. I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. Of course I'm gonna do it. But I shouldn't be able to. I shouldn't be able to. It's a bit like if you had a cup of tea and I was near you, I would drink your cup of tea. I shouldn't be able to. But are you going to stop me? Who's going to stop me? No one's going to stop me. That's my problem with chickens. Just I can't help myself. I'm going to break it. I'm going to find cheap ways of producing copious amounts of energy. And if I can do that via chickens, I will. That's right. We will, won't we? Yes. There's no hiding the tea from me. I can sniff it out. Like I'm like a tea sniffer dog. So this floor here, like I said, this one will be workshop. We now know what this is. This will be workshop. I don't know what the floor above this will be though, but I'm trying to go through it floor by floor. Words, they are hard. What I need to do is try and figure out what is causing this. If I power cycle it, it fixes it. And I'm not too sure what bit in that Lua code I have messed up that is causing it to off like unalign, to mess up. I'm not sure how it's messing up. No, not in this bit. No, this I'm literally constructing at the moment. Like this was just a massive hole about 6 o'clock this morning. There was nothing else in here. Let's just reboot that system. There we go. I have the teleporting elevators in the other bit of the base, but I'm not really doing a lot with create mod. I'm sort of letting Lag Monster do a bunch of the create stuff. I'm lending a hand if he gets stuck or needs help with it. But I'm focusing more on a lot more of the modern technology, so setting up the servers, writing all of the code for these systems. Eventually, yes. So eventually, so this is the it's currently in a list, and eventually I want to have these so they're individual buttons that are in a row. So there'd be like 4 on this line, 4 on this line, and then 4 on this line. And then that way I can have more than just sort of like 4 or 5 on there. One of the other things that I technically don't need on this, let me just exit from here, is I don't need this on-off bit. I don't need this. I added it in before I decided to give them like actual boxes that have colors, but like it can just be red. Like that is already an indicator of off, and green is already an indicator of on. So I don't need those in there. So I will probably recode this system at some point, but I'm trying to make this system as user-friendly as possible. And I've been speaking to Shalon, and I was talking to him about the idea of writing a startup script so that essentially other people could download this, and it would just ask you what machines you're wanting to add in, like what of all the buttons, essentially. And then you'd give it the names, and then it would propagate the screen properly, nice and neatly. And then the same for all of these secondary machines, which I've not actually showed you the code for. Oh, there we go. So that's all that this is doing. So this is literally just checking to see if the data being transferred from the main computer is the data name is mob grinder, and then all that it does then is outputs the redstone at the back. And that's all that does. The other thing that I probably need to do at some point is, at the moment, it writes no message received until it receives a message. And I probably don't need it to spam write out no message received. You should add like a short book about how to code the screen. Well, that's the thing. Technically, I wouldn't have to. So eventually, what I want to have is in here, you would basically download an installer, and then that would just run you through step by step. It would just ask you what each button's called. So you would just write like, okay, this is mob grinder, this one's chickens, this one's crusher, this one's ore processor, this one's my bulk blast. And once you've done that, it would then propagate and output these. And then all you have to do is, on the secondary ones, computers, you would just tell it the name that matches one of the names through here. And then that would output the signal when it's pushed. Because technically you can control anything that requires redstone power. We can control from here. So the mob grinder we can control, we can power that on and off. The ore processing unit that's through there, that's processing all of the ores from create in here, we can power that on and off. So now it's turned on, so we're going to be washing and producing ores. So I want to have it so that essentially like anybody could download it and be able to access it. And then I'll probably release that. I mean, even if I don't get around to doing that, I will still probably share the code for this on my Discord under like the download section. there'll just be like a link through to a paste bin, because I think I can export these to a paste bin, right? Paste bin put starter. Yes, I can. So yeah, I can do that at some point, and then just have it where people can access the code, and then, you know, you can edit it and change it how you'd want it. But I'm hoping, and I might need Shallen's help. Shallen's a much better coder than I am. There's a slime in here. Oh, monsieur. Taste my axe. Yeah, I'll see if he wants to lend me a hand, and then we'll write like an actual installer script. Bom bom ba bom. Boom. I really don't need any of that stuff. Let's just put that all in there. Okay. So this floor here, I need to get this central room to be more like this one here. So I need to make some of these and then pull it in blue instead of red. So eventually inside here there'll be like computer terminals on these sections, so you can access everything from every single floor, because behind these, move that, there we go, it's a void. And that's purposefully done so that I can run cables and pipes and stuff like that. Because, like, the shafts and stuff from Create, we can just run those straight up and stuff. We should pop that back in. Blop and blop. There we go. Right, so I think it was like 2 up there, right? There? No, I think it was 1 higher than that, actually. I think it was 3. Oh, no, it was 2 and then that. Okay. That is correct. There. Around here. There we go. Try and grab as much of that as I can. It doesn't matter if I can't grab some, but I like to grab as much of it as I can so I don't waste. I say waste. It is like 70 or 80,000 gravel and the same of sand. I don't really need to be worried about this, but you know. So the next layer was them. Right? Is that what it was? God damn my memory. Yes. Rail. It's called rail. That one. Okay, so just want to run those along that. So a lot at the moment, I'm essentially just trying to get the geometry and a small amount of sort of not really detail, but a little bit of texture in there to kind of make it feel a little bit nicer. And then later on down the line, we'll do like a bunch of detailing inside these rooms, because like these have kind of got like a little bit more detail. These lights actually like hang down by like a pixel and stuff. We also have these really nice angular diagonal bits as well, which I'm a fan of. So then above that, I think it's just straight blue concrete. It's red down there, right? Yeah. And this one technically has 3. The lower floor is 1 block shorter. And that's just because that's the energy producing floor, so I didn't need it to be as tall. All the rest of them will be 7. So I need blue concrete. There we go. And the downside to this is I've got to jump for these. There we go. Actually, let's just do 2 and then I'll make some scaffolding to get the last ones. Get these ones done first. Also, these ceilings might end up getting changed. I'm not a huge fan of the ceiling design at the moment. Don't ask me what I'm thinking I'm going to do with them, because I've got no idea. But I'm not a huge fan of them. They've just sort of been put in because the floor is technically like, it's got like an air gap in between. So if I need to run a cable under the floor, I can. So whilst I am tediously just removing blocks, let's talk about content. It's been a while. It's been quite a while since I've done an actual video. There are several reasons for that. So if you're on my Discord, you'll know that I wasn't that well for a while, and then when I got well, it was Christmas, and then after that, I've been working on an extremely big tutorial. I'm also working on a project at the moment with a couple of other Minecrafters, including Lag and Shalon, that I'm hoping will be done soon. And then the other reason is I'm kind of finding it difficult to find good times to record at the moment. So, about 3 weeks ago, I ended up with a cat. Her name's Penny. She's very needy. She wasn't very well when she came here. She needed some extra love and attention. She's not a kitten. She's 16 years old. She's an old cat. She needed a lot of TLC, so I decided that I would rather get her back to health than make content. You know, as anybody would, I'm sure. But also, on the few times where I am able to make content, like I said, she is very needy, and she'll just come over and meow. And I can't be mad or anything at her, you know, meowing that she wants some love and attention. It's my own fault for being such a loving person. I've spoiled her already. Oh, really, everyone, I really have spoiled her. She gets, like, I cook her meals. That's because she was very skinny. When she got here, she was really, really skinny. She was very underweight. So I've been trying to get her up to a weight that is healthy. Right. Some scaffolding. But if you're regulars here, and I'm pretty sure most of you will be, you'll know that my motto is always real life always comes first. And I am a massive animal fan, and I will happily sleep on a floor if it means that a cat or a dog gets to sleep on my bed. Like, I'm ridiculous with animals. But yeah, she wasn't that well when she got here. She was underweight. She needed her hair, her fur sorting out and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of cat related stuff. But yeah, her name's Penny, and she's great. She's awesome. She's adorable. although she does meow at me constantly, which has been making me find the time for recording a little bit tricky. Because I don't live, you know, this YouTube thing, you know, it doesn't really pay very well. In fact, it doesn't pay me at all. So I don't have like a mansion or anything. My place is pretty small. So she comes over and meows in my general direction. She has this tendency to stand directly behind my chair and just look up and meow until I turn around and stroke her. But she now has a little bed like underneath my desk, so a lot of the time now she's curling up and going there. But you know, if you've ever moved an animal or anything, like, then just everything gets them worried. You know, every small noise that's different to where they were before and stuff. And you know, I didn't want to put any extra strain on her. You know, she's an old cat. So I decided the best thing to do was to sort of extend my breakout. I've been doing tutorial voiceover stuff because I can retake that when she meows. It does mean that I'm not entirely sure how coherent my next tutorial is going to be, but I can retake it. And then with relation to like some of the Let's Play stuff, like quite frank, you know, I've not really been enjoying doing a lot of stuff on Random Craft. The times where I'm available, certainly at the moment, there's not really anybody else around online, and the community spirit, like, it's very difficult for me to sort of like stay positive and just focus on the bits when I may as well just be playing single player, because there's no one around. So I sort of got a little bit down about that. I was just sort of like, well, at some point I'll get back to Random Craft, but at the moment I'm sort of working on some tutorial stuff that I can do in between looking after the cat. If everything that I do in Random Craft's organic, like, I don't script anything, I don't believe in scripting. What you're getting is just me unfiltered playing a game, essentially. Like, I have an idea for a story and I'm like, okay, let's go. I don't even know what's going to come out of my own mouth half the time. It's a dangerous thing. So doing Random Craft episodes, it's really hard if the cat is meowing, because I can't just be like, oh, well, we'll retake that entire personality journey we were just going down. I can't do that. It's gone. The moment's gone. Whereas for a tutorial, I can be like, oh, that bit's messed up. I'll just go back and I'll just re-voice over that little bit. I struggle with the same thing. It's hard to find motivation on a server when alone. Yeah, it's but I love all the randoms. It's not their fault that they're not around and stuff or anything like that. You know, it's none of our full-time jobs. You know, we all have families. We all work. Just one of the sort of one of the downsides of us being sort of spread out and stuff is sometimes we sort of miss where each other is, and I've been trying to keep a more regular schedule. That's not really been going well for me. Mostly because once Penny arrived, Mrs. Enigma has been awake during the day, because that's she has to be. I don't have to be awake during the day. And to make sure that Penny wasn't alone during the night and getting panicky or anything like that, I just decided, look, I'll just stay awake all night. I will switch over to nights to make sure that the cat is okay. So I've ended up a little bit out of whack and a little bit like out of sync with everything that's going on around me. But even before that, you know, I hadn't really had much of any interaction with a lot of the randoms in Season 2 of Random Craft. And a lot of that's on me, because, you know, my schedule and stuff and things that I'm always trying to do. So I just haven't been feeling it, haven't been enjoying doing the stuff there. There's been some ideas that I've been banding around with Pixels already for Season 3 to sort of mitigate some of that. Well, I think one of the major things in reality, to be honest, Minute Thread, for me is, like, I didn't get I don't get that break. So in between seasons, a lot of the randoms, they got to go and recharge, take breaks, enjoy themselves, do things for that period in between the end of Season 1 and the beginning of Season 2. I know that you do server stuff. One of the problems with sort of like running a server, managing servers, I didn't get to take a break. I had to update servers, make sure everything was sorted, rebuild the resource pack that we use on Random Craft, make sure everything was working, do all of the administration stuff behind it. So it just seemed like a continued sort of stream. I needed to be able to take a bit of a break away from it. And I think that's fundamentally where the problem came from. Okay, so this floor now has the right colors. This definitely wants detailing, but until I've got like computer systems and everything else in, I don't want to over detail it. Because I don't want it to end up looking really cluttered. This isn't supposed to be cyberpunk, it's true sci-fi. So like cyberpunk is kind of like cluttercore. It's like it's sci-fi cluttercore. So cluttercore, you know, it's sort of like steampunk. You just throw more gears at stuff, you can kind of mask a lot of geometry by just adding clutter to the environment, and it hides a lot of your mistakes, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. I just don't want it to look overworked in here. I want it to still look very clean and crisp, very sort of futuristic sci-fi, not dystopian, but more utopian. So until I've got the machines in, I don't want to really do a great detail, I don't think, until I know exactly what wants to go where. This floor we've decided is going to be lime, so we can actually put the corridors in for this floor now, right? Right? Yeah. Actually, let's grab the mason's table, so I don't have to come back down here. Bloop. Wait, where am I going? Why does that go up so high? God damn it, lag. Actually, I think that was probably me. But I'm good. Look, lag isn't here, so I'm going to blame him. It's better than blaming myself, you know? So that one's got a floor. This one has a floor, but it's the wrong floor. How did that happen? Alright. Well, let's put that there. We've got a load of concrete. The floors are grey concrete grills. Let me see, if I do that, yes. Just vein mine it. It's just terracotta. I'm not even going to go down there to get it. It can just despawn. I'm fine with that. Wait. Wait, what? Why have you done this? What? This... what? It's like it's remembered... wait, what? Hey, what the F is going on here? You stop this immediately. Is this because I vein mined it? It's like it's memorized what block was there before. That's very strange. That should just connect up like this, look. But underneath it was like in 3 sections, the block that was there before, and it's like it's carrying that over. Very peculiar. Let's put down a block that isn't chipped for a second. It's very weird. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. Alright. Okay. And then we'll vein mine that. Then we'll try and put this... You know, it's still going to do it, look. You know, I'm not happy with you. This floor is misbehaving. Fine. We'll just pull it in for now. I will fix whatever the nonsense is after. For now, we'll just put the floor in. Okay, so don't vein mine chipped floors, because they don't like it, apparently. Duly noted. I'm not going to have enough to finish this bit now, am I? Because I threw a bunch of the blocks down a hole. And I'm not going to go down there to get them. I'm just going to make more. Because that's what's going to happen. Get on board with this. That's going to really upset me. Because I don't know why it has done that, and I don't know how to fix it. I can't wrench it. What? You're breaking the law! Right, okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it, and then when the server restarts later on, maybe it'll fix. But right now, I've broken this by vein mining, and I'm just going to pretend... I'm going to pretend it's fine, okay? It's fine. Do we have lime dye? We have mystical lime dye, but it's fine because I think we have green dye. And we have white dye. We don't have white dye. Okay, but we have lots of white tulips. Which is... Oh, wait, what? It's giving me... Alright, fine. 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 You just be like that. Lime! Okay. Do I have... sand in there? I do. And I want grovel. I'm going to just put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just do that until that's all gone. And then do the same again. Actually, you know what? That's probably more than enough. The game is too... I'm being outsmarted by a game. It's bullying me. Somebody call a principal. No, it's this one. So this bulk washer, it converts concrete powder into concrete, and it's one of my favorite things. So the tutorial that I'm working on at the moment, whilst we're waiting on this, is for the airship that I made in Random Craft Season 1. Because when I made that, a bunch of people were like, hey, tutorial? Tutorial, question mark? Hey, Enigma, tutorial? Or schematic? Can I get a schematic? Do you have a world download? I'll take a world download. Will you verbally tell me how to make that in a Discord channel? Just please, I want to make this thing. And I listened to that. And it was a lot sooner than what it seems. But it was around the time my computer broke. So my computer broke, which is why I sort of ended... episode 26, called The End of Enigma. I actually sort of like appear on camera and actually say about my computer breaking. That I'd got about 80% of the way, 70-80% of the way through recording and editing that tutorial. And then when my computer broke, I lost that. That went. And I just didn't want to do it again. I genuinely, like, hands on the table, I didn't want to do that again. I was done with it. So I put it off for ages. Until a few weeks ago. And then I started redoing it. But it's a big tutorial. There's a lot of stuff, you know. You got to make an entire ship, make an air balloon, make gears and cogs and stuff like that. Not cogs like this. No, that'd be easy. No, do all our blocks. It took bloody ages. So that's gonna. I've got a couple more. Penny permitting. I've got one more bit of recording to do, and then a little bit of editing. So hopefully by the end of this week, I was hoping by the end of last week, but Penny basically said no. Penny was like, no, yeah, it's not happening. I need more attention. So I didn't manage to get it done. But hopefully by the end of this week, I'll have it done. I'll be able to get that released. And then we should be able to move on to all of the other things that I have in my backlog of tutorials that people have requested. And at the moment, there's like a little competition going on my Discord to make... Why have I gone down? I didn't need to go down. Although I suppose it would help to look at what the hell it is I was doing. I do have grey concrete. I do. Yeah, so I've got a little competition on my Discord for making a spaceship. I think there's 1 week left on that at the moment. I've been enjoying looking at what people have made so far. It's pretty cool to see what people have put together. Right, let's do that, and then up here. I'm pretty sure this is what I used on the lower one. Although now I'm putting it down, I'm starting to think it wasn't. No, it was. It's fine. No worries. It's all good. Of floor. That bit of floor is going to really upset me. Come on, there we go. And the same here. Actually, now I've done that, I can just do this. Thinking about it. There we go. I'm also going to need to put a temporary block in, although it doesn't have to actually... It can just stay there, to be fair, because it's going to be hidden anyway. Get rid of that, and then it's framed. Those I need now. Because I don't know... Yeah, I can. It's going to be a little bit more awkward. Funky dancing block. Get on there. Come on, behave. There we go. I'll do the same here. There we go. And I gotta do the same the other side. One of the things I've been really enjoying on this is just like freehand building. So a lot of the time when we're making like content and stuff, we kind of end up like planning things out a lot in creative, and then, you know, you've got 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗃 there to like hold your hand through the main build. And I like it. I just feel like it gets overused a lot. Like a lot of people like overuse it. Like if you're doing like a mega build or something, it's good to have like a reference to work from. But I think I think you can sort of take that too far sometimes. Get there. Hey BMA, how's it going, man? I've seen people use 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗃𝗃 for some absolutely crazy things. Just the smallest things. It's just sort of like, oh, I'll just use 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗃𝗃. I say, just make it by hand. You'll be fine. I believe in you. And I've been really enjoying just sort of like not being able to rely on any of that stuff and just enjoying testing stuff out. That I want to be lime concrete grill. And it goes there. Wait, what? How? What? Is this the same? Why is this bit giving me so much trouble? What is your problem? What have I done to you? Who hurt you? Look at this. What has caused this? It's like memorizing what things were there before. That makes no sense. You hear me, game? You're making no sense. You've lost your goddamn mind. What? Well, that's a thing that's happened. What? Okay, this is definitely just that the server needs restarting, I think. It's just changing itself whenever I put the stuff in. I know that one and that one are now 2 by 1, and now they're not. They're gone. They've decided, no, we've decided we don't want to be that anymore. Why is this floor doing this? I do not understand. There we go. Actually, I wonder if that's like a visual thing caused by rubidium. You know, it could be. It could be rubidium causing that. I don't know why it would be, but it could be. I have a feeling it could be rubidium causing that. Rubidium is like a forge port of sodium. That said, I don't know why it wouldn't have done it on any of the other stuff I've done. But, you know, well, it's fine. You're behaving in peculiar ways, Ceiling. You're behaving in peculiar ways. Did I put those? Oh, they're there. And them. I need 32 of those. Yeah, so this morning I decided to test out rubidium, and I'm pretty sure that's what's causing this whole mess. Because it was working fine before. So I think it's just a visual bug, essentially my end, until I remove rubidium. But I was curious to see how well it worked, and it seemed like it was working, so I was just like, oh, well, I'll leave it on for the stream, seeing as, you know, it's on there now. And obviously it's not working that well. Right, I need 8, so 2 more. And this side. Fire! Right, okay, and then framed floorboards. Put those there. There we go. So that bit up there we'll fix at some point, you know, but I'm pretty sure that's just rubidium being rubidium, I think. I've just remembered something, chat. I've just remembered that I said, hey, we probably won't stay in lime green, that board. We'll ask Lag what colour he thinks. And then I immediately forgot and just did this floor in the green. I won't ask Lag what colour he would like this floor. I will just put it in green. You know why? Screw Lag. That's why. Oh, damn it. It's fine. He understands I'm an idiot. It's fine. He understands. he understands I'm dumb. He's dumb too. It's why we're good friends. Right, I now need to... That side I can't cut off yet. This side I can. Wow, that was a really dumb mistake. That's going to upset me. It's going to upset me that the connected blocks aren't connecting. No, those ones are going to, though, aren't they? Well, it's fine, because you know what? Screw you, game, because this is going to be a monitor anyway. Speaking of which... Oh, actually, I already did. I already made this. I just have to go get it from over here. We made this. We made it earlier. We did it on stream. We have it here. We just have to take that. Let's just mind that. What is peculiar is the monitors are still connecting though. Whoops. But I think the monitors are probably handled differently in terms of connected block. Okay. Just take that, put that there. That should be it. Oh, restart, yeah. But There we go. There we go. And then eventually there'll be a door here and here to go into the actual workshops. So that is that ton. You know, it doesn't. It's not that. Those bits where it's not connected up there doesn't look bad. I just don't like it. I just want it to be connected, and it's upsetting me that it's not. So eventually this bit will be sealed, but for now we need to be able to access the old base. So this is an access point. That said, yes, that is definitely just rubidium. We will at least just do that with that, just so it's a little bit neater to stare at with our eyeballs. I don't know if you need to say stare at with my eyeball. Like, it sounds like his eyes were staring at me. You know, in a book. You know, like, I don't know how many people here read like a lot of like novels, but they'll be like, his eyes glared at him. What else is going to glare at him? Your ears? Like, ears don't glare. No one's ever been like, hey, be quiet. Stop glaring at me. Like, your ears don't glare. Like, you know, like, there's no need to state eyes. It's kind of implied by the glaring or staring part. Do I have enough of the rest of this to... I think I do. I think I do. You know, I do a fair amount of writing. I think the next time I write write a book, I'm just going to write it subtly surreal. Instead of just like his eyes stared him, it's just going to be his nose stared him down. Just replace it. Just replace it with just nonsensical body parts. Why not? What did I put around there? I think it was them again. Was it not? It was. Hey. You behave yourself. Hello, is this mod pack available on CurseForge? I don't think it is, because it's Feed the Beast. So it'll probably be only available on the Feed the Beast client, I imagine. But it's called Stoneblock 3. Maybe it is. It may very well be. They are connected on now, aren't they, through Overwolf, I think, so perhaps it is. I've also been doing a bunch of Discord updates with 𝗕𝗢𝗫𝗛𝗚. I know people have been enjoying doing the work stuff on there and things, and committing crimes and stealing from me. Yeah, bunch of thieves. But that's now pretty much all done. At some point, I'll probably get some feedback off of everybody on the Discord. I'll maybe speak to Pixels about that. It's more Pixels area, really. throw in the lime. You know, okay, there was a long pause there. I'm aware of that, but I just thought, so on, okay, so if I type in advanced, this has a thing called advanced peripherals. So it has a player detector that we can connect up to Computercraft. And it also has, I think it's a environment detector, which can pick up what the weather's currently like. And then okay, look. So whilst I was doing the lime, I was like, it looks like a green screen. And I was like, it looks like a screen. We could make a wall out of monitors, so it was like your base colors walls, like interiors for the wall color. It was set to like what has happened recently. Like if it's snowing, it could turn white. If it's raining, it could turn blue. If it's sunny, it could be like yellow. If you've died with the player detector, and like it could pick up when you've died, and then it could turn red, just like a mood wallpaper. be a hell of a lot of coding for it to do it, but I think I could. Be interesting. It serves absolutely no purpose, but it'd be fun. You know, somewhere I've just realised I'm sick of jumping. And I have a thing. I have a thing that I made. I built a thing. So I didn't have to. Someone there. Maybe in my bedroom. Yes, there it is. So this device is very peculiar. So what I can do with this, and I will make sure I do it out here. So if I right click, there's this thing, there's a number, so I can just press shift, so it's set to 0.2, and then if I crouch and click it, I'm tiny now. tiny Enigma. But we can also make it where 2 blocks tall. Now I won't have to jump. Complete misuse of power. They're messing around with scaffolding. Don't need scaffolding. I am the scaffolding. There we go. If you're wondering what the limit is, I know you are, chat, because, you know, you're like me. There's something wrong with you all. 10. 10 is the limit. So we can be this tall. You know, it's unnecessary. We don't need to be this tall, but we can be this tall. Even at 7, we're pretty big. But one of my favorite things that I've been doing is I've been like... I've been shrinking myself down to like this size. And then I've been hiding from lag and then just watching him. Because I can jump inside these cauldrons. And he can see my name tag, but my name tag's really small. So he thinks that I'm like the other side of the base. And I'm watching him running around trying to find me. And then whenever he gets close, I crouch because it hides my name. Like, don't tell him, okay? It's our secret. But very handy for building. It also means that, like, let's say, let's grab a stair. Then come out here. Let's say this was like... Oh, actually, I need to... There. There we go. Let's say it was like that. We can technically go through that gap. Because we can shrink down and then just walk through it. And then grow when we get to the other side. Which is really handy. Oh, this is the smeltery. I've not moved the smeltery yet. No, those animals can't escape. Alright, so... This floor needs... I think that needs to also be in green. Did I leave it in... No, I did actually change it. Okay, well, we'll do that. Oh my god! We have broken the user interface! I am bigger than UI. Okay, let's just... vein mine that. Giant Enigma has put in that run. There we go. That's that floor sort of done. Yeah. I don't know what the floors above are going to be at all yet, so I'm not even going to start doing those. At some point, I will, like I say, I will share some of the code for these machines that I'm making on my Discord. So if you're wanting to get access to those, then I think the link is in the description. It's also, I think, on my channel in the top right corner. I'm going to take a break now because I have a cat to feed and a drink to drink. I may stream again later on today. When lag actually wakes up, and we'll continue working on the main base. We'll maybe do a little bit more coding. Yeah. We'll probably do just more of the same nonsense. Also, I'm going to do something crazy with that lava chicken. As soon as that energy level's done, we're going to go extreme with the lava chicken. All right? Shh! Don't tell anybody. Okay? It'll be our secret. No one needs to know about the lava chicken. Until then, though, I'll catch you guys in a bit. I'm going to go get a drink and sort of play with Penny and get her some food. Have fun. Bye.